retrieves.
Which limb was this then?
The one who's to cut you open, woman. Morning porter found her at the foot of the eastern stair.
She came to you when?
A touch after 8 this night last, as I prepared my testimony for the Linklater inquiry. She was filthy, cursed like a stevedore. Her son delivered by Caesar 1 hour later, and now removed. We know not where, or by whom.
Whoever pushed her down that stairwell, I should think.
With her mother now dead, poor child. Vulnerable does not quite cover it, Inspector.
No belongings? Nothing to say her name or who might miss her name?
None.
Then she goes to my American at Leland Street.
One last thing you should see. Sergeant, help me turn her. It may help identify her.
Oh, blimey.
Who's to say you are not beautiful?
Wilson? Did I shine, lazy sergeant in earth this morning? Needs must, our respects are paid. It is yet to be stated how precisely Sergeant Linklater met his end. Granted, the iron railing that passed through him had a say, but there are whisperings on the wind, Wilson. Our dear friend Edmund Reed may have lent a shoulder to that passing. Talk of the wolf. How now, Inspector? Such an injury, Mr. Reed. Changes a man. Humbles him, in fact. Humble for at best. I wonder how it is you show your faces here. It was my friend. And yet you are happy to remain at the side of a man whose hand is suspected in that friend's untimely demise. You ought to be careful, Mr. Shine, making such statements. How, Sergeant? Folks might ask, what's to be gained from slurring the reputation of a man such as Mr. Reed? Indeed, and that slur hides the truth. Whose? Yours, Inspector. Your activities in this division. Wilson, you are a disgrace to badge and uniform. If you expect to hear that is the disgrace, you would slur me, then I must seek recompense. Then seek it, sir! Why not it you left the rope ring? The word has it right. Well then, I confess myself relieved that you have not grown entirely soft on your whole wife's perjury of love. No, not now, not now. As soon, Sergeant, once the world has heard Mr. Treve's sworn testament, and knows Inspector Reed for the killer he is. Bruising and breakage to the hip, pelvis, knee, and back. Her humerus, radius, and ulna, however, are intact. She didn't use her arms to grab the phone. Kept the child clutched to her chest. She died to protect her. The mother's instinct. Come to nothing.
Trees described her as filthy and abject, didn't he? Well, I think she is beautiful. And whoever cared for her thought the same. Torn and distressed. However, the stitching is highly skilled.
These threads stolen, most likely.
Tell me, did she steal her skin as well? You see her face. Zinc oxide keeps the skin fair.
Kept well for a while.
Oh, she was kept perfect.
And yet no attempt was made to remove that from her.
You think that makes her, what, less than human?
We were all animals once, it is now said.
She's more closely related than others.
I would, in conscience, leave off riding Sergeant Drake. He has buried a friend today. Blessed though she may be, this woman was murdered and her child taken. This tale is a vestige. It is a memento of what we all once were. In water, beneath the canopy. Sergeant Drake, the freak shows were run off the street fronts last year, but there was talk, was there not, of Tom Norman's troop, splintering, faction returning from Nottingham.
Hidden away under the railway arches, up on artillery.
Chief Inspector Aveline.
Inspector Reed. Reinforcements. He's a boy, I said. I asked. Not another boy. Sergeant, you are short here. I am correct in that understanding. You are. He is. We are, sir. You believe there to be a line outside my office, do you? A battalion of known veterans, each and every one of them begging to bring their fight to your division.
My friend?
This one, Detective Constable Flight, worked overtime in uniform on his own coin. His collar rate in so doing sufficient to push both yours and mine into the corner. In Bloomsbury, Fred. And now appointed to the CID, he wishes to work here. He volunteers for this St. Edmund for Whitechapel. Inspector Reed. It is an honour, I shan't let you down, sir.
Easy, sir, Constable. Hard to prove.
Inspector, private word.
Little birdie up to my shoulder earlier. Told me a story about a ruckus at a funeral.
That birdie currently sporting a teacup for an ear.
Wait, you two.
If Drake cannot keep his spleen inside him, it is up to you to provide discipline.
Sergeant Linklater is his friend.
And Jedediah Shine is his superior.
And if that superior merits such a subordination, or it's worse than that, perhaps.
No, you need be. It's not as if your name is currently being sung from the rooftops of the Acme of probity. And should Treves not clear you at that inquest, so it will remain. You are my friend, but Ed, you make accusations against a man of such standing without evidence. No. You hear me? Inspector, am I heard?
So artillery.
All men of ambition need a trade to fall back on, Miss Hart. A skill which keeps both body and soul at peace when the wind of fortune turns cold. So I'm glad to see you are not broken by our new terms, Miss Hart.
You don't wish to count it.
We are friends. Friends do not break trust or forget their obligations to each other. Obligations, which, should you need reminder, might be forgotten within just one word and just one way. If you had one meaning.
That will be all, Mr. Tucker.
Oh, who sent my regards to your pistol twister? You must have him working those skilled fingers to the knuckle.
What ho, Caliban, I say! Wouldst thou seek to violate the honor of my child? I will rack thee, Caliban! Make thee roar that beast shall tremble at thy din!
That's enough now, Sergeant, I think.
No, lady. This sideshow is now shut down.
On what
On
grounds?
the grounds of a murder inquiry. Miss Pettigrew, murder and abduction. An infant boy taken from his murdered mother.
And you believe we can help you in this because...
She also had a blessing. A protrusion at the base of her spine.
Tail. You must mean Stella Brooks. Oh, John.
She was found last night, Mr. Good.
And a child? You say? Her child?
Boy. We believe live. But taken. When did you last see her, Mr. Good?
Almost 7 months ago. To the day.
That is precise recall.
I've been looking for her.
She was what? Your lover?
At the hospital, she was unaccompanied.
Nothing upon her but the ragged clothes she wore. But those clothes. One's pretty. She had been at one point at least well treated.
I thug with money.
Yeah, brother, let me give you something.
There's nothing for me!
Out of the way, I stink.
That man, trussed up as Caliban, with you all last
He
night.
was, and all here will confirm it.
That's some impressive artifice you got there.
Oh, it's not artifice. It's John's gift. He's impervious to pain, but not, alas, to suffering.
And Miss Brooks. What of her?
Rootless, orphaned. Tom Norman had her displayed in a glass cabinet, only her rear mind. For an extra penny, they could open the box and a man might tug on her.
And no family. No friends other than yourselves to tell who might mean her such harm.
There is a friend. And he is known to you already, sir. You must, Joseph. You must say what you saw.
Pub? Street. How can I help you, Inspector? Have you confirmed something? What of it?
In 1 week, you will stand in front of a judicial inquiry and pronounce what took my sergeant from his life. I would know now if you will tell precisely what it was you witnessed when you came upon Edmund Reed at my man's bedside.
That is for me to share with none other than the coroner.
Good day, Jim. Thanks, Mary.
You are a good man, sir. But you have no clue of the suffering that is meted out in the Lehman Street cells. Suffering that Inspector Reed sanctions in the name of investigation.
Mr. Phoenix, Joseph, there is a matter urgent, I believe, which I would share with you.
Mr. Merrick, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
My apologies. Do not disturb.
Watch down that panic, Mr. M. No harm is meant here. Not yet, leastwise.
Please, my support. I'm suffocating.
So it is true then. You must sleep upright. Like a marionette on a puppeteer shelf. It's life. 6 days of shit till Sunday, is it not? And here am I about to make yours worse. You see? Strikes me you may have laid eyes on me someplace before. The night my man linked me up. Past.
I must have myself confused.
It is a relief. Nevertheless,
hope neither of us will now forget the other. Forget how easy it is for me to come by and say, "How do, Mr. Merrick?" I do hope the day finds you well, safe, and not inclined to say nothing you should not. No, I understood, sir. Sergeant Arlington, how do we find Mr. Flight?
He is calm, sir, and quiet, which is a bonus.
Mr. Flight, do you agree with that assessment?
I would always agree with my sergeant.
Oh,
Beautiful, are we?
Survey, we shall see. For now, Detective, I'd see how developed your archive and telegraph skills are. John Good. Common enough name, a most uncommon man. See what you can find. I want to know why he would run from us.
Follow me. Up here, son. Yes, sir.
Mr. Merrick! Mr. Merrick! Detective Inspector Reed, I'd hope to talk with you.
Please, I am not well.
I have only a few questions, Mr. Merrick.
I have said that I am unwell.
Sir!
You overstep, Inspector. Or have you no respect for my wishes?
Of course, but it is a friend of yours from the side
No,
show.
sir, I will not listen. You leave me. This is unconscionable. You will not bring your Lehman Street waste to this hospital again. No, sir! Joseph, I'm sorry, Joseph. Does Mr. Merrick have knowledge of us, sir?
If he does, he will not share it with me.
John Good's books? That's some technical reading there.
Mr. Galton. Mr. Galton is a cousin of Mr. Darwin. This investigates if our abilities might be inherited from our parents and if we, in turn, hand on those same abilities to our children.
Pugilism, for example. Or depravity.
Quite. Here, his argument evolves. He invents a term, eugenics. Suggests that the qualities to which we might aspire could be bred into the family line.
And what of the weak?
The weak, the idle, the ugly, the dim-witted, the mad,
The deformed?
they are to be bred out.
Take a seat, Detective. Drink flat. No, thanks, no. Don't make the dozen take a sip, huh? And a unicorn stop traffic on the East India Dock Road.
What do you have, Flight?
John Good, sir.
Sit down.
Not so hard to dig out. The man has history here, recent, but history nonetheless.
Fines for drunken brawling, mainly.
Rope makers, Trinity. There's low rent boozing, even round here. First we know of him here. He and a woman breaking the peace, assaulting one another in the street. And see her name, Mr. Reed?
Stella Brooks.
Nothing before, not a sneeze, and then September 22nd. This.
Almost precisely 7 months past.
When she leaves him. And his behavior degenerating in her absence.
And this the reason for her leaving. Did she drop on him the news that she carried his child?
He didn't exactly rejoice. They fight, she leaves.
And he hunts her.
He hunts her down the same streets. Yeah. More arrests for vagrancy, drunkenness. Ropemakers, Trinity, thumb there's pattern to his behavior. And so, I thought, Inspector, if I to return through those streets myself, I might build an understanding of him. Maybe pick up his trail.
Then go. Flight. Drake goes with you.
I'm sure Mrs. Drake expects a sergeant. He's right, she does.
Take Draco, you're scrubbing latrines.
No smart, is it?
Just watch him.
You know, Drake or no Drake, this place is gonna shit in his shoes one day or the next. He ain't Hobbs. He ain't.
Will you eat, Captain?
Sorry, Reed, I got dinner with the lady tonight.
Oh, of course, of course, of course.
The challenge we face, therefore, those of us who rightly refuse to accept the biological status of our species, is how the debilities and handicaps that impair our existence might be corrected for our heirs. What is called for, I believe, is courage. The courage and conviction systematically to experiment upon the whole process of breeding. The non sativa or crustacea are complex organisms. Organisms more like ourselves, in fact. Other subtropical.
The correction and improvement of humankind is indeed realizable.
Sai! Hello there? I say, this thing is research fellas, and do I know you? Oi! Get back here!
Three separate occasions he was ejected for brawling.
Only two of us in that boss house. We get cornered. It's a long fight out.
Should we be so frightened, Sergeant?
Come then, Constable. I shall show you. Pretty, ain't it?
Sound good? I think it's John good. I just want to find a man in such a place.
They're not men no more. You may not tell them apart. Come, our luck is already chanced.
Sound good?
Oi! Damn old black spy! Do you vote for me? Police, get back here! Bloody fool! Get in the car!
Tough bugger, ain't you?
Right, Detective Constable. Run along now.
Is there no one at home waits for you, Albert?
Not currently, Mrs. Drake.
You should call me then.
You should call her Mrs. Drake.
I lay my head in Mrs. Burton's lodging house on Commercial Street. Once I'm settled, I shall find more permanent accommodation.
Well, head you home and get your rest.
Rest, Mrs. Drake? Not this night. Villainy does not rest. I do not intend to either. My thanks, Mrs. Drake. Sergeant.
Where did you come from?
Over the hills and far away.
What's stopping us? Life ain't work. Cairo, you and me.
Your sergeant's salary stretches this far, does it?
No, we're gonna take what we made here, we're gonna cash in.
And what has been made here? Save for the names Long Susan and Captain
Come
Jackson.
on, I see the bills you count, I see the numbers you scratching in that ledger.
Yes, but once counted, you do not see where those bills leave to. Nothing here is yours. Nothing here is mine.
Then whose?
3 years. You never asked. Never cared.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to play business, lady, and now I'm asking. Whose is it? Whose?
Silas Tuck.
I wonder why I didn't think of that.
I swear to God, you are as dead as a slab of meat. You'd be so goddamn reckless, so goddamn irresponsible!
From you!
I mean it, I had a right to know.
You had no rights. Say the ones you took for gratis. Ancient every night. In my view and hearing.
Things were different then.
No. The same. And the same reality prevails. This place, its people and profits, the property of Silas Tuck. We were destitute. Wanted criminal. Not what you would call a sound investment. Tuck took the chance.
No. What he took was our lives, Susan. Ground rent plus 50% income.
Any more, Mr. Shine?
Sufficient, I think, Mr. Duncan.
Awesome. Good of you to come when summoned.
I'll wait on your orders, Inspector. You know that.
Nothing like loyalty, is there, Mr. Duncan?
Oh, nothing in the world, Mr. Shine.
I'm relieving you of your everyday duties, but so you do some surveillance. Because as we know, elephants do not forget. Inspector, I do not stand.
Mr. Merrick, I am well known to you, and I mean no harm. I come only to inquire after a friend to you. Stella Brooks. Delivered of her child just hours before she met her death here, sir, on these corridors. When was it you last saw her?
September. Last year?
After they had fought, and she had left him.
Yes.
And can you say, was it on account of her pregnancy?
She said she could not forgive him.
Because he struck her?
No, she could not forgive him for the rage he felt at the child inside her.
Did she say where it was she meant to go?
To John's father, the doctor.
And did Good know this?
John had forever kept his family in secret from her. His true name also.
The father, a man of wealth, well able to care for her and her child. Did she mention a name?
No, she did not misbelieve. I cannot help your father.
Miss Merrick, your help in this matter, it is invaluable.
Be like this all night, they are.
So I'm supposed to be grateful for this little slave status, huh? Oh, good morning, Reed. And what is it that brings you by?
This insight I share with you.
So you didn't come for your shirts, then? Oh, come on. You truly believe I cannot tell when another man's shirts are laundered in my own house?
Although given your head, you would not have it so a great deal longer now, would you? What? You will not tell your friend and accomplice? Then allow me. Your mercenary hireling has designs on a change of location. Wishes to believe you, Inspector.
Come on, don't be such a baby, Reed. Think this is the garden spot of the world, my one ambition to remain here chained to you? Anyway, it's not like I'm gonna be sailing away anytime soon. You know, this brooding martyr thing you perfected can really great.
John Good, not his real name.
What of him?
A rich man's son finding fellowship in a freak show. We must ask why.
The thing with the poker.
It's a skill, not a handicap, but the palsy.
The tremor in him.
So whilst I still may make use of it, set your great medical mind to that, will you? Sex Constable Flight. In the future, you will do Sergeant Drake the service of knowing what is best for you. Will you not?
I will, sir.
Now speak.
John Good has been incarcerated. Not in jail, however.
2 spells at the Larkhouse Asylum. Can you speculate as to which physician?
Carl Crap.
The very same. What tricks did he play on Mr. Good, I wonder?
Inspector Reed. Pleasing interruption to an otherwise dull year. I forget. Really, Inspector? In the current mood? My mind advances, but my frame is frail. How would your newly sullied reputation cope with another interview concluding in a man's death? Gossip, Reed. It's a fact of prison life.
Were I to tell you the life of an infant boy depended on your speaking, might that make impact?
Not really.
Then what, Doctor?
There is a tale told, Inspector. The guards here tell it. Of your wife. Rending herself in the Lehman Street gutter. Sergeant Drake has heard the tale too, has he? How difficult for your...
What is it you want?
to hear it from you, Reed. The man who brought me so low.
Sergeant Drake.
Sir.
Leave us. You heard, Sergeant. Captain Jackson found her in the bear.
Barely dressed, it is said, demanding drink.
He attempted to remove her. She would not be removed. And so he carried her, which is when she screamed.
You attended?
I did.
Your sergeant, all others to bear witness? And no man to ask you why? Why such hysteria grew in her? What cruelty could possibly merit so public a humiliation? What did you do to her, Inspector?
I lied.
Lied, you say? On what subject?
Damn you. I offered her unfair hope, and I deceived her. I gave her false cause to believe our lost daughter alive, and I took another woman to my bed.
Do you know, Inspector, of all the emotions, which is the most insidious and entrapping? Shame. It carves its home in the marrow of your bones and rests there for all time.
Where can I find him? This John Good, whatever he is truly called. My secrets phase.
A name I cannot give you. But there is a father, a doctor, as you know, and there was a brother. Both boys subjected to a regime, a physical regime akin, you might say, to torture. Feats of strength insisted upon, their bodies stretched from an early age, beaten with sticks bent down.
But to what end, however?
He could never articulate it with precision, only that he and his brother shared a curse. A curse that killed the boy's mother. A curse of the blood.
And what of the brother?
Drowned himself one morning. Beneath the waters of the Serpentine. The child you fear for, if it is good, you will think it similarly cursed.
A curse of the blood, as Dr. Crab would have it. Good's palsy, the premature death of his mother.
An inherited handicap.
Yes, and so? Medical mind.
Huntington's chorea. Slow death sentence rate.
What?
The piecemeal loss of all that makes you feel human. If either or both of the parents manifest signs of the disease, one or more of the offspring will invariably suffer also. If, however, those children manage to go through life and never manifest, the thread is broken.
The reason why, then, this Dr. Father sought to make his sons impervious.
To breed out the mutation. What then would he have made of Miss Brooks's tail?
Perhaps he did not get sight of it, not for a good while.
Enjoyed her beauty till it collapsed eyes and her behind.
It was discussed sending her to the streets. Until he wonders at his grandson, and what manner of man he might become.
And goes to reclaim it.
Five men drowned in the Serpentine that year.
Corcoran. Robert Corcoran, age 25. There is a zoologist named Corcoran. He's a research fellow at the Natural History Extension of the British Museum. Concerns himself almost exclusively with the practical development of theories first pronounced by Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, the biological inheritance of acquired characteristics. Our children, flight, strength and skills acquired in this life, so he proposes, may be handed down to those who must live the next. Corcoran is Good's father. Corcoran has the child. Sergeant Draker Hanson, Brigade of South Kensington.
Sir, back. It's a big boys' game now, son.
What is wrong with you? This man is your fellow. You would stone him, you? Call him monster? Look on your own sins. Sir, what is it that's brought you here?
Inspector Reed. I would speak with him. I believe it's urgent.
The inspector pursues your case. But how may I bring you to him, sir? Driver, step to it!
Alexander. Hello, Papa. Is he well? He is fed and begins to thrive. And the future? Is his blood cursed? Well, the science is not yet exact, but the work we performed, you and I, your strength, Alexander. My strength? My strength to absorb your pain? I made you strong, so that our descendants might not suffer your curse. I have hope for this boy. But none for myself. Not then, not now. No. His mother, Stella. The day she came to you, you must have rejoiced at her. So fine, so strong. What happened? Did you finally have full sight of her, that thing? You're not so backward as a race that she could not have had it removed. But do you not see, Father, she had the most fortunate gift of all. She felt no shame for who she was. When you killed her, she would not hand him to me. Slipped. And she only understood what was best for the child. Best for him? What is best for him? That he suffer, witnessing your everyday revolution of hope and despair at his progress, or lack of it? Is that his future? No. Best he never knows you. Or me. Or himself. Alexander, you hand that boy back to me. You're too well conditioned for that. Alexander, stop! Alexander, stop! Alexander, do not hurt that child! William Corcoran, where is the child? You are for jail, sir. Murder and abduction. I cannot for myself, officer. No, wait! Mr. Good, wait! Back! Stay back! Mr. Good! I beg you, think what you are doing! I know! All too well! I seek only to reduce the amount of suffering in this world! We are cursed!
But sir, I beg you, the child's fate cannot yet be known.
Please stop! Listen to him!
Joseph.
Mr. Reed is known to me, John. I trust in him. Would help him. Would help you.
No one can help Joseph. My brother knew that.
But what are Stella's wishes for her child?
She is gone, Joseph. This child and I, we are left with this truth.
And what is that? There is no hope for him.
There is a monster in him. As surely as there is one in me.
Don't look at me. Do it. Do it. Am I not monstrous? It is the truth of my every waking moment. And yet, despite all, I feel joy. No, I do. I hear the bells ring from my room. The chatter of the nurses. Once, beyond my window, I watched one of their number make love to the night porter. I have never known that, John. The secret intimacy of a woman that might have told me I was desired, beautiful in another's eyes. You have known that, John. Do you remember it?
I do.
And what did it feel like?
It felt like peace.
Would you deny your son that peace? That joy? That hope? It is life, John. Only life. What you hold in your arms.
Forever and always, Mr. Merrick, I shall remember you for this.
He is my friend. You would do no less, Mr. Reed. You put all above yourself. I know that is you are the best of men. It is no happy accident I came to you today. I know not what the result of this will be, but there is knowledge I must share with you. I should have said before, long before, but you see, I saw him. I saw infanticide, murder, Sergeant Linklater.
Detective Constable Flight. You will escort Mr. Merrick back to his rooms at the London. You remain outside his door and allow no man access, as it is myself.
Yes, sir. Please, Mr. Merrick, allow me.
With me, sir. We must bring Chief Inspector Adeline to hear Mr. Merrick's testimony.
How do, Mr. Merrick? Why the long face? Could not do as you were bid, could you? Are you not the brave and noble fellow? And I, quite the contrary, forced to make a habit of stealing through these corridors to end another man's life. I might almost resent you for it. What will men say? The elephant man hoped to lay down and rest. Like any other Englishman. The forlorn, and now
tragic hope.
He must have lain back to rest his head. Oh, Joseph, you have your peace now.
What is this?
You know what I have, this past hour, come from the grieving fireside of Frederick Treves. He has decided on what the Linklater jury shall now hear from him. Your sergeant succumbed to his injuries, Jedediah.
I will not accept that, friend.
Myself, likewise, Chief Inspector. Nonetheless, you shall both do so. There will be no more talk of this officer and his role that night, and you, Edmund, you will cease all questioning and suspicion of Inspector Shine's good name.
You ask the impossible. You ask me to willfully fail in my duty.
You are both too valuable to the preservation of peace in this quarter, and I will not have that undermined. The two of you, you shake hands. Now!
I take orders from a man to come here. I service the needs of another I call husband. And there is a man, Duncan, who owns me.
Really swearing that if anything happens.
What is it you fear?
What is it you fear?